The destruction of the first Death Star was arguably the day the Empire died. After losing so much momentum and leverage over the galaxy, they were left scrambling, and not only had to deal with the now ever-growing rebellion, but also the terrible galaxy-wide PR they were experiencing due to the new and improved rebel propaganda. In my opinion, it was this chain of events that eventually led to the Empire's complete demise at the hands of the rebel forces. But the question still remains, however. In actuality, how fragile was this chain? And what would have happened if a lone Imperial cargo ship pilot made the choice to expose Galen Erso as a traitor, rather than deliver his crucial message to the rebellion? So just to do a short recap for all those who may have forgotten, Bodhi Rook was the guy in Rogue One who delivered Galen Erso's vital message about the weakness of the Death Star to the rebellion. He got it rough, because although he betrayed his empire for the Rebel Alliance, he was still tortured by Saw Gerrera in order to find out if he was really telling the truth. Whether that was just or not, I'll leave up to you. Anyways, we're not here to talk about the events of Rogue One, and the question remains, what if he chose to expose Galen Erso as a traitor and never send the message in the first place? Well, first of all, I personally don't think this scenario was very unlikely at all. I mean, he was just a cargo ship pilot, so in my opinion, the chances were 50-50 that he'd fess up to Palpatine. So in the event that he did fess up, what would have happened? Well, due to the serious nature of Bodhi's hypothetical allegations, although at first Erso would be able to deny them, due to his shifty past, everything to do with his work would of course be thoroughly investigated, and no matter what the scenario, he'd eventually be outed as a traitor. The Empire then, in true fashion, would have likely subject him to brutal interrogation with various torture droids, before finally ending his misery and executing him. So now that Galen's fate is pretty much set in stone, what about the rebellion as a whole? Well, without the knowledge of Galen's exploit, it would pretty much be over for the rebellion, and even if they did somehow manage to find this intricate flaw in the Death Star's design, the Empire would have most likely patched it up before the rebels could have even arrived. So, to sum things up, in this new timeline, the Empire would be the supreme oppressors of the entire galaxy, as the rebellion inevitably wouldn't have been able to stop their momentum by destroying the first Death Star and plunging them into chaos. In my opinion, a literal coin flip decided the outcome of the galaxy, and thanks to a kind-hearted and genuine Imperial pilot by the name of Bodhi Rook, the rebellion were able to topple and fracture the Galactic Empire for good. Now whether this is a good or bad thing is completely up to you. So vote in the poll, I'm curious, do we have more Imperials or more Rebels? Now, just to quickly finish the video guys, I have a huge 100k Q&A and a couple of massive announcements coming right up in a couple of days from now. So make sure you click that notification bell and watch out for it. Also, if you're a fan of the channel and want to support us by getting an awesome new pop culture or sci-fi t-shirt every month delivered freshly to your doorstep, head over to our sponsors over at T-Blocks and use the code Geetsly's TBX for 10% off your first month. All links of course will be in the description below. Thanks for watching, thanks for that massive 100,000 subscriber milestone, and most of all, thank you all for supporting the channel. Hope to see you in the next video.